Bishop of Giantway Kingdom. One of my first decks. It has a Brobnar that's a support house, which is really funny. There's actually quite a few fight effects or reasons you'd want to fight in the other houses, with things like Brothers in Battle and Follow the Leader. Along with a handful of good Brobnar bodies. So it's janky, it's fun. Key Abduction is in here, and it has some pretty fun Key Abduction plays. So I've always enjoyed playing this deck. It can punch above its weight if I'm on my game and it rolls well. So I quite enjoy it. I quite enjoy it. Tell us about Pérez.
So this is a deck I actually opened from the fire sale, and I've had a long-standing struggle with them myself to decide if Saurian is actually my favorite house, because that feels wrong. But I think it is, and I think there are some kind of dirty stuff in here. Obviously, we've got the Tribute Exile in there, which with a couple ways to kill it. But I think this card right here, Orator Hisaro, has kind of become one of my favorites just because it's that actual it really represents the risk reward of Saurian in a cool way, where you're doing this really strong effect of Redian using two creatures, but they both get exalted. He's a small body, but he combos with bounce and stuff. So I think, I don't know, in my display that I got so many Hisaros in the display.
Yeah.
But this deck, what really stood out to me is the double memory chip. It only has the one E-die, but double memory chip is obviously going to do a lot with that.
Mm-hmm.
The Starlines is a little bit less on the amazing side, but Navigator Ali gives you a little bit more of that kind of deck filtering and stuff. And then We All Can Win is a really interesting card. I don't know if it works quite as well in this one because there's no Amber control in Star Alliance, which is kind of its really biggest weakness. I love to see We All Can Win with a Garcia or something. So you can basically keep your opponent's key cost at 6 while bumping yours down to 4. We don't have that here, so that might just be kind of a little bit of a dead card. But the Cloaking Dongles against your Brobnar, I'm hoping put in some little bit of work.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Just seems like that mid-level but very consistent Worlds Collide logo Saurian Starlines. So
yeah, I don't think I have a ton of experience with Bishop against this kind of Worlds Collide deck. So I'm interested to see how it goes. I'd say without any further ado, let's jump into a couple matches here. And also, hey there, Santos, great member of the Portuguese and international, of course, KeyForge community, running the online KeyForge rank thing, which is pretty awesome. All right, thank you so much, Freddie. Really appreciate it. We sleep well. Thanks for doing all the early morning stuff. So, making one quick stream adjustment here because I've noticed something is literally over my hand.
Oh, did you have the little blackout too for the tournament?
No, I have the Revival stream graphics.
Oh,
over my hand by accident.
Speaking of, where are we at on the game found right now?
Glancing at the tiny little numbers in my OBS, 854,370.
All right.
So over 100,000 past the bigger Crucible of Languages, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which is pretty cool. Actually, I'm gonna keep this hand. We're gonna open with Mars. I want to play a Tunk. I love Tunk.
Tunk is a good one. Especially you have 7 Mars creatures in there.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
I'll do some work.
Oh, sorry,
J.
Dave.
Philippeg must have mentioned some other podcast.
It was a link.
Oh, gotcha. I'm gonna go Logos, and I'm just gonna get the first memory chip out there. I feel a little sad getting this Titan Guardian out without some flankers, but
Right.
you know.
J. Philip Peg. Okay, I can't. He is too far up. I'll go. And there's Sky Jedi with the wild wormhole timeout.
Should keep like a running tally of how many times that happens.
Yep.
The next
hour
and a half.
Oh, the math is actually just good enough here.
Yeah, and yeah. I debated that, but
yeah. Let's put a jammer pack. I really don't like dropping it this early, but that's all right.
It's okay. You seem to have a pretty decent setup going there. That's better, Jedi. Much better. You can almost not tell what it is.
What's the command for allowing somebody to post a link? Because J. Philipeg was going to do something. I forget. You can play your turn.
Okay. I can't help you with that because I have only just dipped my feet into streaming. We're going to go Sad Starline's turn. Might be saying that a lot, but we can get the Amber from We All Can Win without it being too dangerous here.
Oh, sure. Let's go. Yes, I knew. So, a quick story about this Martian that's about to murder poor engineer Walls with chemicals. When I opened this deck, it was a few months before release. I got like a rare, I had a rare instance of being able to get decks before release. And Quickslick's Plaguemaster had not been spoiled online yet. And, of course, I had no idea how good this card would be, so I was like, I'm not going to post this yet. Now, of course, everybody posts their deck list, post new spoilers, because we realize that it's not like you can't get an edge in a tournament by them not knowing that usually, right? So, anyways, all that to say, I'm very happy about what's going to happen here. So,
I mean, as sorry as you can be.
Yeah, yeah, as sorry as I can be, which isn't much.
Yeah. Well, continuing that theme about being sorry, I wish I had.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that. I don't, but I do have some other things that will make you a little bit sad, I think. Which I'm actually really sad to be putting this out so early.
Oh, sure.
This is not. I actually should have fought something there. Dang. Oh well. We're just gonna be mean.
Oh, yep.
This is for killing him.
Yep.
Woof. Yeah, sorry.
A tribute, even.
It's gonna keep going.
Yep.
I don't know what that hand was.
Jeez.
But I mean, now I have to have a way to kill it, which could take me some time.
Lazarus asking, what are each of our favorite cards? Oh man,
that's a really tough question.
I think a while back I actually picked. I adore the Untamed style of your discard being your second hand. So I'd have to say, really anything that's direct discard power of recursion, like Regrowth, Nepenthe Seed. Recently, Witch of the Dawn, Evil Twin.
Because that card is so gross.
I'd probably have to pick Witch of the Dawn, Evil Twin, if I just had to pick one. But
yeah, that is a. I like that too. I think Glimmer was kind of the first because I really didn't get too into the game. I played the game a lot in Coda, but I did not get many decks, so I never really had a good Untamed Coda deck. But once Age of Ascension came around and I got Glimmer and some of those other things, I really like that. I would say one of my favorites is definitely Hysteria, which I think someone else was talking about this recently too, but it's just the kind of disruption with bouncing creatures back to hand so that they have to deal with trying to get their hand sorted out and cleaned up and everything, while it's also comboing with some of your cards. I have a deck that has triple Igor. It's got what else is in that? It just combos so much with the Hysteria, and for some reason when I play a certain card that plays the top of your deck, it always hits Hysteria in that deck. So while I'm in Logos and have all those Igors, I can bounce them and play them again. So very fun there.
Yeah, Lazarus Resurgence is great too. I really like Resurgence. I opened a deck and sealed mass mutation a few weeks ago where I had autoencoder and two autoencoder and two fangtooth, so I never wanted to play my creatures. And I had two resurgence, so I could discard two creatures from my hand, resurgence them back, discard them two creatures from my hand, resurgence them back, then discard them a final time. And so there were multiple turns where I just archived 6 cards off of just discarding creatures because I wanted Fangtooth to target other stuff. So it was fun. Okay, what do we do here? I've got a nice taunt out.
You're welcome.
So let's go. Ooh, what do I want to do here? Nobody can really fight into Kurkar without just eating it. Bumpsy could survive.
That Megamouth is going to be a problem for me.
Yeah, if I reap out Mars, I could even get a reap with the Broododon, and the reap would kill Navigator. I can also use Megamouth. Bumpsy and Kurkar can trade, actually. And I think that's my play.
And that Plague Master killing 2 things in one game that's got to be close to a record.
Yeah, for sure. So I didn't play any other humans yet, did I? No. Okay. So Reap here.
How many other humans do you have in that deck? Is it the Hunting Witches? Witch of the Eye?
Yeah, just the Witches. Yeah. So I do have to be careful. But so check at 6.
So I think
Mushroom Man is technically human. Chota too. So Chota, I have. It's not common because I usually have witches out, but sometimes I will Plague Master the Chota so I can regrowth it.
Mushroom Man being human would be weird.
Yeah, I think it is human.
He's got some problems. If that's true. So I have this Broododon here, and
yeah, it's fungus and human.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Because you keep killing my creatures, I have no way to actually get that amber off of it.
Yes, that's the idea.
And I have more humans in my hand too, and no way to kill the Plague Master. So
excellent.
This is one of the things that
this is so KeyForge.
It's so KeyForge, but I also want new players to see this situation. Because, if I was a new player and I had that, tribute turn played against me, I would think the game was over immediately.
Right.
But especially knowing what you have in Untamed coming and knowing you haven't even played Untamed yet,
right.
There's, this game is nowhere near over, and I'm actually in trouble at the moment.
Sure. Yeah.
Even though there will be a big swing at some point, probably, when I finally get that amber,
mm-hmm.
I have a lot to do before then.
And of course, somewhere in my deck is Ritual of Balance and other key cost increases. So maybe I want to send that amber over to you when I know I have maximum steal and key cost increase to hit you with,
Yeah. Oh. All right. Well, we're just gonna play this Eddie and stop the key for a turn. But this is pretty much all of my key control has already been played.
Right. Right.
Which is scary to me, but...
So I think what do we do here?
I do like getting the Seismo Entangler out. If I don't have a chance to kill this Mars sometime soon, I can at least start slowing him down.
Right. Let's go... Okay, we go Brobnar here. And so I've got Punch and Anger. Got punch and anger. So Plague Master could just like fight into Jargoggle to hit the Quant, which is
it's a fight reap. Ugh.
Yeah, because that's the way I get the least damage, and then I just punch Eddie. Yeah, although, so I'm gonna anger into your elusive here, so that we do that. But now here's the thing: Eddie could fight into something, but you'd get rid of the key cost increase. I'm actually more anticipating you put something interesting under Jargoggle, and then are just going to run it into the Brutodon. So
It's possible.
We're gonna punch there. It increases my keys by 1, but I just want to take away your dirty tricks. Hey, Fudginator. Great to see you early in the morning, at least early in the morning for me and Orion here.
Yeah. It's even earlier for me. It's Central U.S.
Right.
That's fine.
I won't give away our locations, but Orion and I just realized we had a missed opportunity to connect IRL within the past couple of weeks, which was sad.
So, I have a dilemma here, because I could kill the Brutodon this turn, but I would let you forge without the extra key cost, and I wouldn't remove the Jammer Pack, so I'd actually... So, I think I have to just let you forge at 8 and do some other stuff.
For sure.
What is that other stuff?
And yes, Anxious Pirate, our previous Revival Raid Train director. 9:30 p.m. over there.
So we're going to drop the Hologramophone.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't kill the Plague Master, so we're just going to reap here, and then we're going to Seismo Entangler your Mars, which the wording on that is important, because even if you have a way to house cheat with them, you still can't reap with them.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so...
Oh, and I archived one, so you actually don't forge.
Yeah.
Dang. I don't think that's actually what I wanted to do. I forgot about the memory chip. Because I think it's actually worth it to make you pay that 8 there. Because now you have an easy kill on Eddie.
Yeah.
Dang.
But the other issue is what I have in hand currently. And trying to actually keep cycling. Okay, no, I think I need to not worry about control. I think I pay this cost. I go Untamed. I go Hunting Witch.
Ugh.
Ritual. Stampede. Witch of the Eye.
Oof.
Chota. Just to get that forged. And to get my Ritual of Balance out.
Yeah.
And now I've got Witch of the Eye out, so... I think, I think I needed to spend the extra 3 to just threaten there, so...
And I am still not forging because of the Jammer Pack, but I do have this other nice Star Alliance card that is happy that you played a bunch more creatures.
Yeah, shoot, I played into that.
That does get me that big Amber Burst there. Let's see. Just gonna drop that. And we'll put the Cloaking Dongle on Eddie.
Yep. All right, we got options here. Let's see. We're gonna go we're gonna go Untamed. We're gonna steal one.
That is interesting. Neither of these decks have any artifact control, so these will all stick.
Yep. We are going to Fog Bank. I'm going to do the safe play. Regrowth Witch of the Eye. So no fighting.
No fighting. Which is a problem because of that Witch of the Eye.
Yeah.
I think I go Star Alliance. Not taking archives. We're going to drop a second cloaking dongle.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're just going to zap the witch.
Okay.
And we'll reap here.
Makes my next choice of turn a bit easier. Mars.
Yeah.
Drop that.
Oof.
So we get a capture there. Not that we're taxing you a little bit, but we still can't get to that eddy. I mean, I could have fought into it.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I should have done that. Fight reap. Yeah, that's what I should have done.
Uh-oh. Stream elements got deleted.
Oh, wow.
Or moderated. Huh.
Oh dear. I have to improve that every few weeks whenever something like that happens. Stream elements.
That is side note, that is one of the interesting things about like the John Smith interaction is that it is a fight reap ability. So
Right.
you can kind of do those break elusive weird turns.
That's what I probably should have done.
I'm gonna go into logos here. Stuff that, not take that. Drop a Quant and a Desania, which Desania is not doing much in this matchup. I'm gonna leave your John Smith alive, but I'm gonna stop it from reaping.
Yep.
And then we're gonna hologramophone the Eddy.
Yep. Which means I can't actually John Smith Grabber Jammer fight it off now.
Yeah, not seeing that mother gun yet, I think is probably hurting you a little bit here.
Yeah, the mother gun would have been really helpful. Okay, well, I might actually have a solution. Well, okay, we'll see. We're gonna go Brobnar, keep it moving here. Drop Fire Spitter. Or Drummer, but that was... follow the leader, so everybody can fight.
Ooh.
It's elusive, then ward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
Oh man,
I gotta order this right for
you can do
John Smith and Grabber Jammer.
A lot here,
right? Yeah. That's why this Brobnar is such an interesting support house in this deck, because like I've got Mushroom Man, John Smith, Grabber Jammer. Okay, so John Smith can't be first. I think if it's Grabber Jammer first. Then okay, here it is. Grabber Jammer first. That there. Fight over here. Fight there. Unguarded camp. Onto Fire Spitter. Okay. Anxious Pirate, this is just the matchup of our two of our favorite just mid-tier decks. This is my first deck, and Orion's playing a Worlds Collide deck that he very much enjoys. So check it 8. Okay, yeah. See, that's one of the reasons I love this deck as I've just grown in KeyForge is the friggin' follow the leader being such a clutch card, right? And then still having to sequence it so that I use my John Smith to fight the other elusive creature.
Which, like, the fact that I even had elusive creatures on the board actually helped enable all that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I could have fought the Quant too, but Joker's gonna be falling asleep to Fudge and Carrion stream.
All right, so I think, let's see. So my taxing is gone,
and I'm at check somehow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna call Logos. Gonna stuff that. Say no. Drop another one of these. Can't actually. Oh no, I can kill that. Fight into the Grabber Jammer. Reap with Quant, but I don't have anything to play with him. Gonna use that to stop Brobnar from reaping. Gonna hologramophone the Quant. And then I think I do the mean thing and play this Universal Keylock.
Interesting.
Not that the rest of that turn wasn't also mean, but
interesting.
That kind of puts you in an awkward situation here.
Yeah. Okay. Just based on what I've got in hand, I think my play is pretty clear, fortunately. Untamed. Mermaid. Oh, shoot. I did that wrong.
Oof.
That's okay.
The Ritual Balance.
Yeah.
So interesting. No regrowth for the Chota.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yep. Correct.
Let's see. So...
Also, got to be careful with that timing, just because of your amber count. Because if I drop the or because of the key cost. Because if I blow up the key lock on my turn, I just have to be careful.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and empty this archives. We're gonna Paraguardian, Ludo. I don't know if I did that in the right order. Let's Phalanx Strike to hit Hunting Witch. We'll Exalt the Para and hit the Murmook. We're gonna move this onto your Fire Spitter. And then we're gonna sorry about that, the Fire Spitter.
Oh, no good, because I blow up that key lock there.
Yeah. And you just took your Untamed turn, which is kind of where that gets pretty scary, because there's definitely a world where you have Hunting Witch, Regrowth Chota.
Right, yeah, for sure. But I think that's going to be game. I have nothing in hand for Untamed, so that's one steal and one whatever Mushroom Man does. Brobnar, all I've got is Troll and Balder in hand. I do have, and then the rest is Mars, but it's a Zizix, which usually I'd want to keep a Zizix opening hand because that's my only archive, right? And then Key Abduction, but Key Abduction's not gonna get me anything. So GG. Yeah, I felt good about that. Bishop was trying to stack up against a Worlds Collide deck here.
So let's talk about that matchup. What do you think kind of happened? What are you looking for in game 2?
So I definitely want to be aware of the Dysania, because in some matches I really like if the Zizix the Many is not removed, right? So like
Oh,
it
I was
gets
trying to find,
huge.
like, I was like, do you have any? But yeah, you do have the
It gets
Zizix.
huge, and I get to archive a bunch of critters of one house, right? Which is great. But in that game, I'm not sure if there may have been a better choice as far as what house to call to keep cycling in the early game, where I had the Brutodon on my side. I think I was pretty happy with the mix of, gaining Amber, but then playing towards control with the Mars board, because the Mars board was pretty good at reaping and blowing up whatever you put down. However, I really need my board wipe, I think, for a few moments, where it would have been nicer to reset. But you've got enough humans in there that the Plague Master was a big part of it. So, but just the tribute onto Brutodon into exile was that was probably the difference in Amber.
Yeah.
that swung the game. And so the most I can hope for is for that not to be as efficient.
Yeah, no, I was like turn 3, I had a hand of 6 Saurian cards, I think, so
yeah,
pretty hard to...
And I had already given you enough Amber to target.
Yeah, that was actually really important, right? Because you had exactly 4 Amber, so... I mean, some of the things for me, like Ether Spider never came down, which...
Oh, yeah, and I do have
some removal, but my only, like... I mean, you can play around Red Alert, right? Which, the last game, there was kind of a rough turn there where it's hard to know which way to go with that.
Yeah.
Because I think, that kind of comes down to the efficiency. But if all I have is Axiom, that does not deal with deal with that. And like,
the Red Alert is interesting. It's like how much will losing the board, and in that case I really turned it on to blow up the Brutodon, which was like the key a key thing there. So it's like, do I just play the Hunting Witch and like discard the other stuff? Like what's my math looking like? Do I take a Mars turn where I run everything into enemy creatures? So yeah, the Brutodon and then the Red Alert turns were definitely maybe I could have done something different about the Red Alert and had you spend different resources on it, but
yeah. And I also got that really early memory chip, so I was definitely doing a lot of that efficiency stuff, which like you said, your Untamed kind of needs a couple turns to set up, and then it just does like a huge burst.
Yeah, and then it keeps threatening with regrowth.
Right, and like having the Chota with that is so important, because like if you go to 7 Amber and don't have that, then that turns on my tribute for a really big play. If you have that,
right,
all that Amber is just gone, and it's basically saved from the tribute, and so I could just be stuck holding that for like 3 or 4 turns, waiting for you to have Amber for me.
Yeah, that's right.
So.
That's right. All right. Well, let's see how game 2 goes. Oh, that's a hard mulligan.
Same.
I had 2 regrowths. Brothers in battle, and the other one, follow the leader.
That's not what we want to start with.
Yep. Let's do a classic opener.
Oof.
Pure Call of the Archons, player 1, turn 1, right there.
Oh, that's actually pretty scary.
Yeah, maybe I'll see my second and third regrowths before my last 4 cards this time.
Well, and that is like a tough thing for me to know here. Like I only have one way to kill it.
Right.
And it doesn't seem worth it.
Inconvenience yourself, yeah. Some of my favorite when this deck really closes out a game, it's because a Hunting Witch survives. I play a bunch of Mars creatures. Then I key Abduction. Then I play them all back out again.
Thanks for telling me what to watch for.
Yeah.
I was not thinking about that, but that's terrifying.
I held off on telling you what to watch for yesterday.
So we're just gonna do that, which Does not feel super
Okay.
great, but
I dig it.
definitely a different feeling start here for me.
Right. What that mouth doing is now following. Fantastic. Is that a comment on one of your lovely streamers today, Zach or Orion? Am I going into the mic?
Could be me.
Let's go. We're gonna go Mars because we have Tunk
Oof.
and Walker.
Yeah, this is just an awkward hand I got here, but I think I have to. Oh man. Yeah, the regrowths just make it like you're gonna get hunting witch value either way, but I guess if I kill it, we have to force you into Untamed to get it back, so we're just gonna do this really weird play. So we're gonna play Ludo.
Yep.
Play Orator to ready and exalt the Ludo, and then we're gonna reap. I know, like this is just not the way you want this to go, but we're gonna do this, and we're just gonna ward the Ludo.
Oh, that is wacky.
Oh man,
that is wacky, and I love the Amber being on the Ludo.
Yeah,
because now I go Brobnar, Blood Money, which didn't come out last time. A bunch of bodies, including Fire Spitter, Brothers in Battle for we're gonna say Unfathomable in turn.
Yeah, that's something.
Oh, Fudge's mouth noises, not us. And hello, Ketzer. I think you said hello earlier, but it's early, so my brain's not fully functioning, and I'm devoting most of it to trying to beat Orion.
So we're gonna go back into Logos. Gonna drop Jar Goggle and throw that under him. And then I'm going to play this Thorium Plasmate, which is, there's no good options because Fire Spitter has armor and Troll just heals itself. So, you know, I guess this means that the Fire Spitter dies if it fights the Ludo. So that is relevant.
Right. And I think I can show you all. One of our cats is relatively young and he adores me. And he is now hanging out here on my lap. His name is Lucas. Oh, you're gonna here. I'm gonna put you up in frame for a second, bud. Meow.
It's a cutie.
He is a cutie. yeah. Yes, Ketzer. I love Dropout. Me, I've been here the whole time. Oh, we love Dropout. Oh my gosh, game changer. Literally, my wife and I watch that stuff all the time. This is Lucas, who is still on my lap. All right, I gotta play some KeyForge here, Lucas. What do you want to do?
I mean, you can take your time. I don't have anything I'm rushing into here.
Do I play that?
We were talking when we were discussing this morning and just kind of what we were doing. We talked a little bit about Fire Spitter, right? And just what it's going to look like against a bunch of tokens.
Right.
That's going to be a pretty clutch card. We don't know if it's in the new set or not yet, but even just being in Coda, that's going to give more value to Coda Brobnar for sure. Just clearing that out.
All right, I've got two plays I can make here. One is just controlling on board. Wait, no, that doesn't work. Don't know if I'm worried about the Jar Goggle. Because, yeah, Fire Spitter can just sack itself into Ludo. It can also fight to Jar Goggle and then Troll fights Ludo. Because of the before fight. So I still get the Ludo. I have both my creatures.
I feel like the question is whether you have any other Brobnar cards with that, because like the Amber on the Ludo, there's very few ways for me to protect that, right? I guess I got the
like,
chance.
but yeah, and you could also put it behind taunt, and it could just live. There's also the future value of the Ludo beyond the 3 amber, which is like tribute, blow something up with phalanx, right?
Yeah.
And it protecting other amber. So I think in the interest of removing Ludo's ability, I'm gonna go Brobnar. And I want to preserve my fire spitter, so we're gonna fight Jargoggle and then fight Ludo. So we don't get a reap, but we do still get to check.
Yeah.
And then the next fire spitter fight will kill the Jargoggle if it lives. So, and of course, good morning, Runny said. Good to see you. Runny said, "Are you Runny Bunny on Twitter?" I know you were tweeting oh yeah, KeyForge is back tweet or 2 the other day. All right, but yes, that's my turn.
Yeah. I do not have a good follow-up to that. A side note to that is, I don't know if anybody watched the fire sale recap that I think Z and Dr. Sheep did about the fire sale tournament that they've been doing. But they actually talked about Ludo for a while on there and thinking that Ludo is oversassed, like overvalued. But I feel like that turn right there, like what everything you were talking about, really shows like there's actually just the pressure it puts on your opponent is not something to discount. So we're gonna have a really sad Star Alliance turn here.
And I just had so many. Hello, infrequent. Thank you for follow. I gotta turn up the background opacity on that. It's tough to read sometimes. And just I do not have a lot of good removal options with that. So. Okay, let me do some math here. 1, 2.
So, like, you got a key. That's a pretty big deal here.
Yeah.
Because my Ida is gone already, and I didn't really find much else. So now, the pressure's kind of on me to start catching up.
Right. Actually, I think we go Mars here. Plague Master, Grabber Jammer, and pass. Infrequent, is there a good list of Twitter accounts to follow for KeyForge? So what I'd recommend doing, there are. It's mostly, it's just a lot of people like me who just love chatting about the game on Twitter. If you just search the word or the hashtag KeyForge, and if English is your primary language, you can also do lang:*en. If you just want to say English tweets, or other languages if you want. Then you'll find a bunch of accounts that are kind of regularly tweeting. There's me, my regular stream buddy Asher Knopp, Nathan Starwalt and Tabletop Royale accounts. I'd recommend Karen Brown. But if you just over the course of a week, every day, every other day, you just search the KeyForge thing, you'll be able to tell who's a regular KeyForge tweeter and who is just tweeting about it. Not that it's bad, but you'll be able to tell who's tweeting about it because it's like in the news now with the game found. And just follow whoever you want when you see all that. Plague Master.
It's gotta go.
I love that Plague
so that was here. That was a very sad turn for me because I played the Ali and saw the next 3 cards I'm going to be drawing, and none of them made me happy. So
for sure.
Definitely some rough stuff happening.
Skirmish on Ali, which I actually don't really like. Okay, Jargoggle's elusive, of course. Cloaking Dongle, and Cloaking Dongle has an open slot, so we are going to go Brobnar.
There is the Cloaking Dongle on the Jargoggle too. I know it's kind of hidden under.
Oh, yes, thank you.
I don't want you to miss that. That makes Ali elusive.
That's right. Oh, what's up, Rosewood? Mr. Simon Finchley. Oop. Okay, there goes the cat. Now I can play KeyForge. Excuse me. Let's see. What do I fight into here? I'll kill the Jargoggle. I'll destroy Jargoggle no matter what. If I fight with Fire Spitter. Nobody else. If I fight into Ali, what's the timing on? Jargoggle will die beforehand, but then will Ali slide in and gain? Then Ali will slide
before
in.
fight, so I think...
Yeah. I think Ali will slide in and get...
elusive from the other cloaking dongle.
Explore Rover, because Jargoggle will have left play by then.
But if there wasn't the cloaking dongle on the Explore Rover, that would have been a super high brain play.
Yeah. So I wonder if is it worth it just to kill the Jargoggle? Yes.
Depends on how scared you are of the card under it.
Yeah. We're just going to reap here to reactivate that. And I do have a punch. Do I want a punch? Explorer Rover... Oh, Navigator Ali is just statted out like Explorer Rover, except he has an ability. So...
Yeah.
We'll pick that. Woo! Yes, Crit Camp. Great to see you. I think it's Chris behind that one. If you don't follow Crit Camp, they are an amazing board card game tabletop stream. They play everything. They play a good bit of KeyForge. Great guys, Chris and Lyle, or originators of the SAS Climb method of playing through a group of KeyForge decks, which I know a lot of people are taking advantage of that style, including myself.
So I gotta say, I am just this deck without the efficiency of those what is it? Memory chips.
Yeah.
I am so clunky.
You're
right
struggling.
now.
Yeah.
It's not good. But we are gonna do Starlines. I'm gonna Red Alert, which also feels pretty bad to play at this point.
Oh, good. Yep.
I'm gonna fight.
That's great.
Grab a jammer with the Explorer Rover, and then we're gonna play a Walls and get back the Cloaking Dongle and just continue to make elusive creatures that are already elusive.
Right. For sure.
And that still doesn't get me to check, but man.
Okay, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Yep. Oh no. I think I mathed wrong. I might have to change houses.
Yeah, go for it.
Hold on. 1. Yeah, I mathed wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Start some of the things about playing in person again that just feels so good. Where
right.
Just don't have to worry about that.
We're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go. Brubnar actually. Gonna discard that.
Ooh, I don't mind seeing that go.
And reap. Over to you.
It's an odd turn. It kind of makes me terrified for what's coming. Oh, I just don't have what I need right now. Cause oh man.
So while Orion's in pain, you all saw the test print of KeyForge stuff, right? And the first deck was Anfalin Bearmink of the Sage's Astrolab. If I actually pull the trigger on doing some focus strategy content, which I want to, I've just got to figure out how it fits into what I'm doing right now. I might call it the Sage's Astrolab in honor of the first of the deck that showed us KeyForge was alive again, because Sage's Astrolab is also a great name for a studious thing.
That's fantastic. Yeah, that video was so exciting.
Oh my gosh, it was brilliant.
So I'm gonna.
Sorry,
Sorry.
one more thing about that video. You know what we need now is some cut of Amber Meaty's Bring Back KeyForge video into that KeyForge test print video. That's what we need. Okay, continue.
So I can tell you, because I'm gonna play all these cards, but I can tell you what my hand looks like right now with Starion. So I have Paraguardian, Tribute, no Exile. I do have a Chant of Hubris, and I have a Sorry About That. But the problem is, so I don't have a way to give you that Amber except for the Chant, and I don't have a good way of killing these guys aside from the Sorry About That, which gives you Amber, which I'm basically just assuming you're going to key charge next turn.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know if there's a way for me to avoid that, but I think we're just going to do the best we can.
Sure.
So I'm going to Tribute onto the Paraguardian. Do you have a way of killing it in Untamed? I think the trick is no. So we're going to do this. We are going to Exalt. We're going to move one onto Fire Spitter. And then we're going to Sorry About That, the Fire Spitter.
Okay.
So, I don't know. That was... Because I have the Elusive, so I had to kill one of your guys, which I wanted to kill one of mine so I could get the extra
Paraguardian is elusive, which is actually a major problem for me now.
Yeah, but the Coward's End is gone, so that's a big thing for me.
Yeah. Shoot. Okay, because I was playing... That interrupts my plan. So I think I need to keep drawing cards because I've been playing the board here. So Regrowth for Hunting Witch. Play the Hunting Witch. Then that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So we're actually going to discard Shota. We're going to discard Murmook, Regrowth, Murmook. Play that down. Over to you.
Oh, so I do Forge at 7. Dang.
Yep. Joker saying, anyone planning on getting funny or special custom named decks? I'm getting the 3 custom named decks at the tier I'm at. I'm going to do Call of Discovery with whatever is thrown in there.
The Traveler of Wormholes. That's what you're going to get.
Right. I think I'm doing Call of Discovery, Sweaty Zach, and then one other TBD one. I honestly might check with D-House and see if he is getting enough custom name decks to troll each other with them. But and I also won the Archon's Corner event yesterday after having to play Orion almost half of my 8 games in double elimination from the losers bracket. And I'm winning a deck named we ended up going with AC Champ September 22. So Sept, just SEPT. AC Champ Sept 22. So I have like the month and the year in there of the event I won, which is pretty sweet. And the honor of being followed by Lady Aurora of Time Shapers is immeasurable. Welcome, Lady Aurora, to our humble stream. Very happy to have you here.
So I'm taking another really awkward turn because I think I need to kill... I don't have a way to get you the Paraguardian Amber. I still haven't drawn the Exile. And obviously Ludo is gone, so I just basically have to protect that as long as I can.
Yeah.
So we're going to Reap with Walls. And I do have to discard the We All Can Win, which knowing you have the Chota especially, like, I should just never play that card in this matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that would be rough.
And then I need to do this.
Oh, come on. That ruined everything. Crap.
You have in discard.
Mars, frick on a stick. Okay, key abduction. Over to you.
The ether spider is going to be a problem. It's going to be a major problem. You can see how much of my creature control is left.
Yeah, we've got. Oh yeah, because did we already see the? Oh my gosh, yeah. You have to play 2 more creatures to hit it to be able to get it with Failing Strike.
Well, and I have to have more creatures to even play. Like if I even do. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Megamouth and Zizix and Ether Spider was a good drop for that turn, because once you killed my troll, I had ways to kill Paraguardian if you hadn't killed the troll, and I need to kill that stupid thing before you exile it, and I'm running out of time.
Time has run out on that one, but the problem is I can't do much else. What's this gonna look like? Okay, so we're gonna Phalanx Strike to hit the spider for 2, exalt the Paraguardian, and then hit Megamouth for 2.
Okay.
Then this is gonna fight the Ether Spider.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna exile. But the problem is I run into the same issue because I also can't kill the Paraguardian. That was my last card to kill either one of those for quite a while.
I need to win before.
And I need to kill it before you can use Megamouth to ward itself with the Paraguardian.
Oh, you're right.
Is that just the wrong way to sequence all of that?
That's going to be amazing.
Oh, man. Yeah. This is a problem.
All right. What do we do here? Megamouth doesn't have a target. Zizix could archive, but we have not seen Desania. So I'm not too keen on Zizix, or at least I'd have to know I'm risking it and giving you Amber. I think with just the walls out, although I would love to kill walls so you can't get back the friggin' cloaking goggle.
Those have been pretty good against your Brobnar for sure. That's saved me.
So actually, you know what we're going to do? Yeah, okay. No, this is the play. Let's see, a couple chats. I don't even know how to say your name, sorry. Detnisayevart. Why do you show just the top half of the cards on the board? Maybe change that with streaming? I don't think I can, unless that's an option in profile.
If you go into settings at the bottom right, you can just switch it to not use half side. It won't update this game.
Right.
You might have to.
I don't know. But it's the way I like it, and I'm doing this for free, so maybe I'll change it later if I feel like it. I'm gonna go Mars. So this is the play here. So we're gonna drop John Smith in the ward pocket over there, and then Megamouth's gonna break the elusive, and then Zizix is gonna finish it off, and I'm going to I may reveal a creature from my hand and then archive it. Do I want the power and the speed for the cost of an amber? Later.
That is a very KeyForge question.
Yeah. I actually don't think I do, because I feel like with your removal gone, I'm in a great place to try to race ahead of you here. So I'm actually gonna skip that.
Well, I already talked about my lack of creature control at this point, so no point in hiding it. I can't deal with anything on the board right now, so this is definitely not looking great.
Okay, so now we
Yeah, if you want to see any of those specific cards, though, just let us know, and we can always just hover over it to get it up, like the bigger pop up on the side. But
Yeah.
it does
I'm
clean
covering
up
a
the
bit.
board a little bit when you just kind of have the top halves.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people do it that way. Probably just from a lot of people who are still playing this game know the cards. I know there's a lot of newer players still, but a lot of us are fairly comfortable with that. So just let us know, though.
For sure, exactly. Okay, what do I do? Okay, what have I got left here? Got all that left. I do want to see it.
So glad there's no Crystal Hive in that deck.
Right, yeah.
I'd be crying.
So, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go Mars. We reap here, reap, exalt.
Ugh.
We reap here. I am gonna show you an Archive Valder. Gonna reap here. Ready this. Reap. Show you an Archive Bumpsy. So that I get to check at 10 and I'm cycling several cards. I know those are gonna get hit with Desanya, but I got Amber for archiving those, and it's a little extra speed when I critically need it, so I'm taking the risk to push myself further forward here.
Yeah, I think that makes total sense. The problem for me is you might not even need the Untamed, like this Mars board.
That's true,
is
because
they're
they're all
time to answer.
Yeah, that's true.
We are going back into Logos, and you are going to see Desania, though.
Yeah, figured. Yeah, I just put 2. Yeah, I was not too worried about losing.
And this is interesting. So I guess I could have done that a little differently. Shoot. Well, we'll drop these artifacts that are coming horribly late, and we're going to drop the Key Lock, which is really big for me right now. I think that's huge.
Yeah, that is a 4. Excuse me, don't have my water over here. Yeah, that is a 4 Amber swing.
And drop the Sania on the left and get those 2 out of your archives and get my Amber. So the question is whether it's worth it for me to actually let my Guardian die fighting the Paraguardian.
Right.
Or...
because that would be a Titan Guardian and a Quant to go in.
Yeah. I actually have no Logos left to draw, and I have no actions left to draw that the Quant would let me use. So I don't actually think it's worth it here. So we're actually going to ward him to fight, just to keep some protection on these Quants. And then we're going to fight this one in as well.
Yep.
And then we're going to reap with this one to use this Zap, which can remove some wards, and that's it.
Well, crap on a stick. So I forge, and keys cost drop down to 6, and you've got more than enough to more than enough here.
Man, even if I had had that Seismo Entangler down one more turn, that could have made a huge difference. But
let me see. I could get 4 Amber off of Reaping in Saurian. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure unless if you're watching on something big, you might be able to read the text because they'd be the same size. If you can read what's in my hand, then that's the size they would be like on the board, or slightly bigger. Slightly bigger. Okay, I can get 4 Amber from Reaping. The Desania is out, so I could Double archive with Zizix. No, what I need is maximum card draw right now, which is 3 cards. So we're going Brobnar. Oh, here's what we do. Yeah, okay. Zizix is 9 power.
Oh no. And I just
Zizix is 9 power.
I killed the wrong quant too.
Yeah, turned off the Titan Guardian destroyed ability. So it's at 9 power with 2 damage, so it's going to go up to 7. Okay. So fight there. Dasania's out, so I show you oh shoot, hold on. Okay, no, that's better. I show you Dominator and archive that. I now play War Drummer, and I now take a whole amber from you, unguarded from 2 cards. Nice.
Yeah.
We'll do these 2. Okay, and then I pass turn. Oof, yeah, this is bad.
Well, if you could see my hand, you might not think it's quite so bad.
Well,
but I also can't see your hand, so.
Yeah, you have 8 amber.
I do, but I don't have a Chota in the discard. Let's see what Grabber Jammer comes down. I guess Grabber Jammer's still in the discard. Yeah. So that can't stop it. Now, basically, you have to get the key charge here. So I guess we'll just go Logos. Archive that and that. Doesn't matter. Gonna fight your Zizix. Oh, that doesn't kill. It's +9. And then we're going to stop your Mars from reaping. Not that it's going to make too much of a difference, but...
Here, I've done a quick change. So, okay, now we can actually see the mouse over when I mouse over the cards. So, I made a quick live change because I had to get the game pound ticker covering the text. So, hopefully that's going to improve it as I mouse over here.
Gotcha.
So, I think that's game. I don't have... I've got Hunting Witch and Witch of the Eye and Fogbank, but I don't have a regrowth.
Oh, man.
There's a regrowth, Mushroom Man, Ritual, all in. Like, my draw pile is only Untamed. I have Jammer Pack, but I can't reap with
that could have...
Yeah, Jammer Pack can't even get us there. So, I've got Follow the Leader. So, yeah, no, that is game. That is game. I guess I'll just do... Oh yeah, I've got my Dominator here. Put the Jammer Pack on that, Mother Gun.
So still a couple cards there that, like, both games haven't been able to have an impact, even though they probably would have a decent impact if they came down earlier.
Right. And that's the thing with, like, Coda, with little to, like, no archiving or speed. Like, this has no... Yeah. The only speed is Zizix. So it takes, which means it's actually a great, like, Coda decks like this are great for practicing playing to your outs and handcrafting, because it forces you to decide, do I play for the board state or do I play to see more answers? And let them play control, or do I try to, am I control or the beat down?
Is this the deck that you did 150 plays with?
It is not.
Okay.
It is not. The deck I did 150 plays with is called Keepers the Strong Chinned. I would not do this again, but I I got a sealed Worlds Collide deck and opened it while we were recording an episode where I premiered the first version of my deck learning process, NARP. It was a bit more complicated at first, as many things are before you simplify them. It was called CD-ROM. So it sounds a lot longer, but it was just 5 principles instead of 4, and I called it CD-ROM. And so I opened Worlds Collide, Brobnar, Logos, and Untamed, and the thing is janky. It only has Amber control in very specific Brobnar situations, but it has outs, and so playing a middling deck that many times really was a lot of training.
Yeah.
So this game, the Tribute, the Tribute Exile still getting me. Because I couldn't forge a key, I held a 4-card, and it was probably a mistake, but I held a 4-card Untamed hand waiting until I could forge a key with Chota. And I held that for several turns, just doing Reaping. Like when you were like, oh, that was a weird turn, that scares me. It's because I was waiting to have 3 Amber, because I needed 3 Amber to, I could gain 4 on my turn.
Yeah.
So I probably waited too long. I
don't know. It's, yeah. It was tough in there because there was kind of like that. We both have some of those like creatures on board that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
And I basically just got lucky and had just enough creature control like 3 turns in a row.
Right. Like the Ether Spider. And none of these games I've been able to hide something behind a Dominator to force you to deal with that. But even then, you've got some great Worlds Collide removal, that you ended up spending all in halfway desperate situations that can deal with it. But yeah, I definitely ran you out of removal, but you got across the finish line there. Welcome, Entre Joueur. My French is very rusty. But yes, thank you for jumping in. I don't have a live viewer count, so hearing that it's actually 30 people watching right now is pretty awesome.
That's
so
super
thank you.
exciting.
Yeah, thank you everybody who's watching. I'm Zach from Call of Discovery, of course. This is Orion from the YouTube channel Phlox. So, and we are playing just some of our favorite decks. I think we'll go into a third game here, Orion. See if I can.
I was gonna say, do you want to do a reversal?
No, let's do. Okay. Yeah, let's do this matchup one more time, because it's never felt totally unfair, right? It's never felt totally unfair. So, I will keep this. Yeah, but we're just playing some of our favorite decks and just talking about the matchup, kind of talking about things as we go. Just some fun decks that we really enjoy in celebration of KeyForge coming back. You used to be KeyForge, which is I apologize if I'm butchering the pronunciation there.
Stop giving me hunting witches that I can't answer. All this creature control, and you know how much I have in hand? None of it.
Right. Well, that just means you're going to have it mid and late game, which I'm not excited about. I'd rather, honestly, between the two, I'd rather you kill the hunting witch now, and I regrowth it later. Like,
that's fair.
I would prefer that.
All
right, you played 2 cards, so I'm going to take a slightly riskier turn. I'm going to punch that. Get an amber for playing.
Okay. I do have the red alert, and this is again really scary to be playing that at this point in the game.
Yeah.
There's a very good chance you end up with a lot more creatures than me, the way these games have gone.
Yeah.
But I don't mind a cloaking dongle on Kirkar. That's no.
I think I am going to take, I think it was Jay Philippeg's advice. I'm going to go even on the amber there.
That's fair.
I have another body because we already saw the red alert. And then I just drew the So I'm happy. I'm happy about that trade.
So this happened to me last game too, where I ended up with universal key lock in my hand for like half the game, and I don't think it's worth keeping here. So we are just going to discard that. Try to start getting some of those other artifacts down for logos.
Okay. Yep. Yep. All right. We're going to go. One, two, three. Okay.
I probably just gave you a key, didn't I?
Not quite.
Okay.
Not quite.
Guess that would be pretty fast after a couple untamed turns already.
We go Mars, Tunk, Zizix, Ether Spider. Check. Entree, I have played on Tabletop Simulator a bit. There is... I do agree that in some ways it's a little bit more attractive visually, for sure. There is so much less to manage on here on TCO that I'm already distracted by chatting with chat, right? Chatting with viewers, and just trying to be entertaining to some non-zero degree. That I prefer to play on TCO because it streamlines, can't exactly afford a production manager. It just streamlines the amount of stuff I have to remember, and it takes care of the rules. So obviously I'd prefer to play in person. I would love if, like Orion was out here and we had I had a table right here with a camera down on it. But I just find TCO is what I prefer to use for this. But I do like Tabletop Simulator. I think it has all the advantages that you mentioned. I think it does have that. What? Come on.
So I had the Axiom, which that was a very good time to use it, but now that's both my Red Alert and Axiom gone. So that could come back to hurt me a lot. But that was the Ether Spider, which was good to see go.
Yep.
And the Zizix and the Tunk, which are all kind of good creature control for you. So
right. Boogers. It's probably just a sacrificial John Smith, but we'll see. Excuse me.
I'm gonna go Star Alliance, not take my archives. We're gonna play a Walls and get back that cloaking dongle that was on Kirkar.
Yep.
Throw that on the Paraguardian. We're just gonna play this guy on the left. And I think I do have to kill the John Smith here, so I'm just going to pick my 2 and your 2.
Okay.
Which again is another of my creature control cards, so.
Yeah. All right, this isn't my favorite, but I think I have to do it now. Coward's End, Bumpsy, Fire Spitter.
Gosh.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's at the cost of 3 cards, but it helps my delta. And if you tributing, I just really needed to get rid of the. I really needed to get rid of the. Let me look at it in your discard here. The Paraguardian.
Yeah.
Because it was an elusive. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, actually, I should have thought about that play because giving it elusive, if that's the one I wanted to exile to you, is actually a terrible decision.
Yeah. Well, especially with Cloaking Dongle, it gives me elusive. Yeah.
That's what I love. I don't know if you ever go back and watch even like your SAS Climb streams, but there's so many little decisions like that
Oh yeah.
that you can just always be improving in, and like it drives me nuts because there's so many just super tiny like plays like that. But I love it. I love that there's that kind of. Sometimes they're not impactful at all, but you still want to do the correct one, whether it matters or not.
And, and I think those decisions are much more obvious. Worlds Collide and Onward. I think they're present in Coda and AOA, but they're much tougher to see. Like, it took me at least a year of playing Coda and AOA to realize the depth you can even have in those decks. So, yeah, no, I totally agree. Okay, this is not elusive. That's just Calligraphian, and I've got a Fire Spitter. So
yeah, I was choosing which one to ward, and I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter at all.
Right. So I think that's a lot of speed, and that's a Calligraphian, and you could technically tribute on there if you somehow also removed. So yeah, we're gonna go Brobnar. Gonna fight here. I think we're gonna go ahead and just affect the Delta and then unguarded camp.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So you'll notice I have one amber.
yes, that's good. I'm excited about this. We'll see, because I've always had a strong early and mid game, which is why I chose gas and card draw. Well, I mean, one of it was, getting 3 chains off of Coward's End, but I'm making a few more choices to try to do that a little bit differently.
There you go. There's another cloaking dongle for you to deal with.
All right.
No. We should have.
I'm sitting here. So I'm sitting here, and so in most games, I have to sit here, and before I call my house, go through each different house call. Like, okay, I call house 1, what's my sequence? House 2, what's my sequence? House 3, what's my sequence? What's my best among these 3? And so I play out every possible turn as much as I can. Sometimes it's really hard to. And then I pick, right? If they're not super obvious. So I was like, okay, Brobnar, I could fight here. I wouldn't really be reaping. And then I'm like, okay, well, what if I call Mars? And I go, oh, I'm calling Mars. Kill the humans. Anyways. I love Plague Master in this matchup. It's just so stupid fun.
We should have had like a kill count somewhere tracked. It's been silly.
You're totally right, actually. Okay, when I go and I put this on YouTube, I might actually scrub through and add a counter somewhere on here that's Plague Master kill count. No. What I'll do is I'll chop it up and I'll make a short. With Plague Master's kill count.
That'd be so great.
Yeah. Like Dinobot. Dinobot had that awesome short with the triple bot booked in turn.
Oh yeah, that was so fun.
So fun.
2 this game, and definitely had at least 2 on our first game. So, oh man. Yeah. So I finally have some of these Saurian pieces, but the problem again is being able to kill it, and this one actually feels really bad. You'll see why.
Okay.
So we're gonna do this.
Oh my gosh! Don't tell me you're gonna give me your Ludo.
I am, but that's the only choice I have. I could have given you the Orator. Maybe that's the better choice. Let's see. I have 2 creatures right now, so this is at least. Wow.
Street Sweeper Arias, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the KeyForge Revival stream. We are stream team number 3, I believe, here in early morning on the, well, not super early morning anymore, on the East Coast and Central Time, respectively. And I know we've got streamers really all over the globe, which is great. Yeah, thank you. Fudge has just put the link to the full KeyForge Revival schedule in chat. You can see where we're headed next, and where we've actually got, another 18 hours of streaming. So there's going to be KeyForge streams all day. People doing various stuff. Orion and I are playing some of our favorite decks against each other, and it's proving to be a very interesting matchup.
So I just haven't seen that turn. Would you have attributed onto the Hissero? Because for me, like it's 2 extra amber if I put it on the Ludo, because I get the
Right.
Reap and I exalt the Ludo with the Hissero.
Oh, right. I'm not sure. Well, because it's at most losing 1 amber over here, because I don't really have much capture. Your greatest, the biggest possible issue is if a grabber jammer lives a long time and then I kill it myself. You know. So I actually think that's a pretty good move. But now I have to pick what to do here. Order Rosario is not a human.
Take that, Plague Master.
Yeah, so I'm just always going to have that stupid huge swing. That stupid huge swing. Okay, I've got that many pips. So that's... Am I really... For real? Come on. No, I think I've got to do it. It feels bad, but regrowth for Hunting Witch. Actually, well, I'm definitely going to go Hunting Witch, Mermook. I'll play Stampede. Street Sweeper Area says, this is my first ever Twitch chat room message. Amazing. We are honored by your first Twitch chat message. I am 33, and I'm guessing you're at least that old because you called it a chat room. So welcome. You don't have to tell me whether I'm close or not, of course. But that just tickled me. I'm sure I have called I say chat room probably all the time. That's actually how I describe Discord to people who aren't on Discord. I'm like, it's a chat room. I mean, and it is.
Basically.
It is. But yes, welcome. We are happy to have you here. Happy to have you here. Okay, I have a regrowth in my hand. Oh, it says welcome to the chat room at the top. Oh, sweet. Well, I stand happily corrected. I stand happily corrected. Fantastic. Oh, Joker, we're within just a few months of each other then. We're within just a few months of each other. That's right, Murtani. That's right. Good to have you here. Stream regular for my Tuesday night streams, Murtani. Okay, I have a regrowth. I get an amber off of the regrowth. I can go and I can get Choda and just get even on that amber, and I'll be at check at 6. No, I won't. I'll have 5.
Why? Oh, yeah, because
it would lose 1. I could also grab something else to play a bit into my next turn. Oh, but there's actually not a chance. There's not a good chance. Okay. What do I get with this? I don't want to clog up my hand because that really slows down this deck with no efficiency. So I want to pick either what I think I'm going to call next turn and have that be helpful and efficient, which would be Bumpsy, or I just pick up my only other untamed creature in the discard pile, which is, or actually, hold on.
So many options.
End turn. That Choda is more of a threat. Now, I've telegraphed that I have regrowth. That Chota, it's my last regrowth, right? That Chota is more of a threat in my discard pile with a regrowth in my hand.
That's true.
Yep. Entree asking, have I ever received a playable Winds of Exchange deck? Oh, no, I have not. I received... So, Bishop of Giantway Kingdom, the deck I'm playing now, is a Call of the Archons deck that I received like 2 months before release because Asmodee North America at the time had a great social team before they fired all but one person to gut the company so it would look more attractive to investors. And they were great, and they had a bunch of decks from the very first print run before the major release, and they would have a picture of a deck on social on Facebook, and people were like, oh, that name is so cool, I want it, and then they would just send them that deck. And I was on Twitter talking about KeyForge, and they, long story short, it's actually a very entertaining story I won't go into right now, but they sent me 2 decks called the Archons a month or 2 before release, and so it was this Bishop of Giantway Kingdom and then another one, Concrete Mother Chef of Free Keep. So, but no Winds of Exchange decks for me. I will be getting them at the same time as everybody else. So Thorium the Hunting Witch.
Yeah.
Mars Can't Read. Great.
We'll see what that does.
Yep. Okay. I'm actually really happy with my decision last turn. Because now I go Untamed. We reap here. We're going to go ahead and Fog Bank.
Yeah.
We're going to Hunting Witch.
Oh, no.
Witch of the Eye. See, this was the right call.
Totally right call.
I could have picked up my other Hunting Witch earlier. And just wait. No, I need to...
Oh, instead of getting the Chota, just...
Yeah, it's like, do I
both
get
Hunting
all the
Witches?
extra amber if your amber control is basically gone? You only have 3 in your draw pile, actually. So you could see... But you wouldn't have it next turn, though. That's the thing. Anyways, I've made the play. Let's rock and roll with it. And I'm actually going to protect the... I'm going to have the Witch of the Eye in the possible taunt pocket. Because I think... Yeah. Always save your taunt pocket.
That's a
Archons.
great term for that. The
Taunt pocket. Yeah. Any time that you have a open slot on like the flank of your battle line that would affect that creature, right? Like your Titan Guardian's got a taunt pocket, or like the cloaking dongle, like the dongle pocket.
You probably shouldn't do that one. Tom Pocket, I think, is pretty it's pretty safe, but so you put me in such a hard position here because I want to kill the Ludo, but I can either kill the Ludo or kill your possibility of just repeating what you just did.
Right.
Because you have the Witch of the Eye, Witch of the Dawn, and you could just run Chota into something and bring it back.
Yeah.
And I would say playing the Chota there was correct because I do have Edai in hand now, so I could have hacked that last key for a lot.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh no. I guess I have the Seismo Tangler, so I can stop your Untamed from reaping. But I don't know if that's... I have to kill that Ludo at some point to start getting my own Amber generation back.
Right.
So we are going to go Logos. We'll archive that. Play the Edai. Archive that. Play Desania. But somebody played a Fog Bank last turn, so I can't fight anyways.
Yep. That fog bank is clutch.
That's brutal. We are still going to stop Untamed from reaping, and we're going to...
Ultimo Fox.
Ward there. Dang it. I
Get to see you.
That. That's brutal.
Get to see you over here on Twitch. I see a bunch in chatting up KeyForge stuff in Discord, which is awesome. Okay. I've got a couple options. So I can't reap with
That's
Untamed.
all I want to hear.
I can't reap with Untamed. So really that's kind of useless because none of them want to fight.
Man, that was killer.
Well, I mean, Chota
Can't
might
believe I
want to
missed that.
fight if Witch of the Eye can survive. Yeah, that's right, Ultimo Fox. Thanks for coming by. Okay, so if I excuse me. Timing on, and I really need to have this memorized. So with wards and armor,
Ward happens first.
ward happens first. That's right. Ward happens first. Okay. The play is definitely Brobnar.
Oh, because you have the dumb fire spitter.
I've got Fire Spitter. I also have Brothers in Battle in hand. And Blood Money.
Okay.
And War Drummer.
Huh.
And a Hunting Witch on the board. So I get one extra amber. I give you an amber and I get one amber. If sorry, you'll never expect it. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Please do.
If my goal is complete surprise, then yeah, that's what I would do.
Just fight that Titan Guardian. He's big and scary, right? Like
right. So that is a 1-for-1. While I'm ahead, which 1-for-1s while I'm ahead are pretty good. But so if I fight Fire Spitter into Titan Guardian, that gets a bunch of damage on it and it pops the Eddy Ward. I could do Murmook and Chota to finish both of them off. Yeah, dumps the amber on the Fire Spitter. So instead of an even, I'm just having that one lose. So I think that's the play. Because if I Blood Money either of these, I'm getting 1, 2, 3, then a 4th off of the Ward Drummer. So I'm going into check. Dumping that 1 amber and killing a bunch of stuff. Affecting the Delta pretty big, so it's harder for you to kill off the Ludo because I'll take away a 5 power and a 3 power. Okay. So, Blood Money, let's put it here. This is why I'm glad you don't have the Ludo. Fight here. Gonna go ahead and drop my War Drummer. Brothers in Battle for Untamed. Chota into Titan Guardian. Oh, Ludo. I've got the Ludo trigger.
yeah, right. It's gonna bug you.
I was like, why am I resolving this? Yeah. Fight the Eddy. I'm gonna save those two. There's no... Well, actually... Actually, if I leave the Witch of the Eye alive... Because I could fight Hunting Witch into order if I think you're going Saurian. Oh shoot, you've got a bunch archived. This is a weird choice, but I'm gonna go Hunting Witch into order. What's the chance you have Tribute and no Saurians in hand? Pair Guardian, order. Wait. Your only Saurian creatures are... I've seen 2 of them. There's only 2 others in the deck. I don't want you having any creatures you contribute onto. Okay. Pass turn. Check at 6. Good morning, D-House. Thank you for bringing some class to this stream. We appreciate it. Also remember, your very name is a dirty word, according to Nightbot.
I'm surprised he doesn't just get immediately banned just for like entering the chat. So it's
right.
like,
I mean, not D-House, obviously, because you are a human with dignity, but the wild wormhole name. Ugh. Southerly Elf, welcome. Welcome. Happy to have you here at the KeyForge Revival stream.
So would you believe? I have both of my Saurian creatures.
Ah, okay.
And no tribute.
And no tribute.
So we're gonna just finish this out and oh, I can't even put it back on him. That's so dumb. There you go.
Victory for Bishop, finally.
Victory, I was like, and Bishop. Like more decisive than my victories, right? Like you won by 2 keys there.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you finally, it's all like, honestly, such a big dynamic in this matchup is how and when the tribute, exile, and then the getting that creature back happens. And then your choice of creature for that.
Yeah, which like
is all huge.
I was a little surprised you killed the Titan Guardian because I was at 0 cards. So I think that's what actually made, well, or no, had I just recycled? It gave me a better chance of finding one of those for sure.
Oh, well, I
cycled.
I had no other way to kill the Eddy.
Yeah.
I had no other way to kill the Eddy. So getting myself on check and with only 2 creatures, well, because was the Ludo, yeah, because the Ludo was on my side. With only 2 creatures, that was like a risk, the math I was willing to take on that. Dead Sync, welcome. Welcome, I know that name. That was a risk I was willing to take when I smashed the rest of the board because it's only 2 creatures. And so I wanted to play to you, make sure that you didn't have an out if you had no Saurian creatures. So,
yeah, I think one of the big interesting overall things is how often you had like 5 or 6 creatures on the board, and I rarely had more than 2. And like if you look at the comparative powers, like mine is 61 and yours is 104.
Oh yes, that's right.
So
that's
like
right.
I have a lot of creature removal, but I had to keep using it like every turn, and I just kind of ran out.
That's right. Yeah, by the decks of KeyForge count 15 Amber Control. But yeah, finally got a win in there on the end. Yeah, big old board. I've got a lot of big old creatures. Regrowth gameplay was huge for me. Like the one turn where I was hemming and hawing, because I could either pull a Bumpsy because I had Wardrummer in hand to double Bumpsy, but you were about to forge at 7 using all your Amber, and I had no guarantee you were going to get Amber. And then I realized, wait, I'm just going to hold this because, and then I drew into a bunch of Untamed. So that was like I was at 100 IQ and I went to a 200 IQ moment where I was like, wait, I just hold this. This is the one time to hold this card. Because Chota is more powerful when its ability is on demand, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, not just like as the threat I'm having held over me like the entire game is that cheat ability. I'm trying to look back at when you did the fog bank and I wasn't able to fight the Ludo. Like, so there's a couple different things that could have happened there. One, if the fog bank hadn't happened, I would have killed the Ludo, but you still would have had that Untamed turn. So I don't think that would have mattered. Right. But my other option was to go Star Alliance and zap both your Hunting Witch and your Witch of the Eye.
Yeah.
Which would have given me maybe more time to then kill the Ludo like a following turn.
Right.
And slow down some of that Untamed. But
yeah.
Dang. Well, good games. That was
Yeah,
that was
absolutely
fun.
fantastic games. That's exactly what I wanted out of this, was an interesting matchup. And it's so KeyForge that, like, we talked a bunch about like how you were spending your removal, your key play in every game. So in this matchup, which is 2 unique decks, so it's a unique matchup, right? I mean, we might see these things in other decks or other matchups, but always the timing of the tribute, the exile, and what creature you had. All of your removal, my regrowth gameplay, handcrafting, and then I loved that I got to, the 2 things I loved really, that I got to show off how Brothers in Battle and Follow the Leader can, honestly I probably only need one of them, but like these cards are actually help this deck a lot because I get to do some fighting and I have some fight effects.
Well, it's good with both of your houses, right? Like Untamed doesn't love fighting, but it can do it, especially with the Mushroom Man. But Mars especially is just like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, the Mars loves it. And then the friggin' Plague Master just getting a body count was amazing because you had so many humans, and it was actually pretty crucial. I think it just had the double. I think it just had the in game 3 it had the double Navigator Ali takeout.
Yeah,
is
that
all
was
it
just
had, but
mean.
But that was good. So awesome. Well, thank you all. Yeah, we're gonna go and raid Fudgeinator and Karen, some amazing community members who I'm a huge fan of. So thank you all for joining us. I'm Zach from the KeyForge podcast called Discovery. We've got a bunch of our stuff at calldiscovery.com. And Orion, where can they find you?
I'm not in too many places right now. I'm Orion0497 on Discord. I'm in most of the channels. My channel on YouTube is called Phlox. That's basically it. But yeah, usually you can find me on Discords pretty easily. So, and
awesome.
Thank you so much, Zach, for having me on here. This was a blast.
Oh yeah, this was an absolute blast. As I just stare over at the side here, finding the creator dashboard. Brilliant. I haven't raided in so long. Raid channel. Swindle Dusk Chronicles. All right, we are getting ready to raid, so hit that ready to raid button. Karen and Fudge are amazing. Both are amazing KeyForge minds. We're so excited for them to be a part of this, and thank you all so much, and may your keys always turn.